everyone, welcome back to my channel, Home with Kim. This is a Tuesday night, just after work. I work from home today, and I'm just going to make a quick and simple dinner for my husband and I thought I'd share my recipe with you. So please enjoy. Okay, so I'm making sausage with broccoli rabe. This is premium sweet Italian sausage. I brown it first in the pan with a little bit of olive oil, and then you'll see I add some water to the pan and put a cover on it to steam it so it gets cooked through. This is the broccoli rabe. I bought 2 bunches, and I'm just washing it real good now, rinsing it out before I chop it up. Okay, this is the pot that I'm going to cook the broccoli rabe in. So I'm going to get some olive oil and put, I don't measure, I'm sorry, anything. So I put a good amount of olive oil at the bottom of the pot, as you'll see. A few swirls and just enough to cover the entire bottom of the pot. And then you'll see I'm going to get the crushed red peppers out, and I'm going to use that when I saute the garlic. But first I have to chop up that garlic. Okay, so the sausages are nice and browned, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water to the bottom of the pan, so this way they'll cook through. You'll see I'm going to place a cover on top, lower the heat a little bit, and this way the sausages get cooked nice and through. Okay, while that olive oil at the bottom of the pot is getting hot, I'm going to chop up some garlic. Again, I apologize, I don't measure, don't have exact recipe for this, but I just get a you know, I don't know how many I pick here, 4 maybe cloves of garlic, and I chop it up nice and small, as you'll see. So while I'm chopping up this garlic, I just want to thank everybody for watching this video. I hope you get an idea for a quick and easy meal. It's pretty healthy too. No carbs in this meal, no pasta, bread, carbs like that. It's just broccoli rabe with sausage, garlic and oil with the broccoli rabe. And I do, you'll see at the end, we eat it with some mozzarella cheese and a little balsamic glaze. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. I'm enjoying making new videos again for you guys, and I hope you enjoy too. If you do, if you like it at all, please just give it a thumbs up. Maybe leave me a comment. Thanks. So you'll see here while I'm chopping up this garlic, the knife, I couldn't find my normal knife that I use. So this knife, you'll see the bottom of it is like curved. So it was a little more challenging to dice this up nice and quickly. But I got it done. Okay, now that I finally chopped up that garlic, took me a little longer than usual with that knife, but now it's time to get it into the pot. So the oil's nice and hot. I'm going to put in the crushed red pepper first, but of course, quick sip of my Coke Zero. Okay, so we're just gonna, again, I'm sorry I don't measure, so I just, sprinkle some in, depending on how much heat you like. We put that in first, and then I'm gonna put in the garlic. And those sausages are cooking now nicely through with the little bit of water and cover on. Okay, so now we're putting in the garlic, and we're just gonna saute this until it's like almost brown, lightly brown. If you cook it too much, the garlic, if it gets too brown, it gets hard and kind of bitter. So there's kind of like a fine line. You want it soft, translucent, just starting to turn brown. I'll show you the best I can when I get it to that point. So now that the garlic is in there with the oil and the crushed red pepper, it's on kind of low, so I don't have to stand over it while I cut up this broccoli rabe. I just cut it, I don't even unwrap it from the bottom. You'll see I almost cut a piece of the, yep, right there. I didn't get it, but it's just easier to keep it like that and chop it. I like my broccoli rabe nice and small with not those thick stems. I don't like the stems. No need to put them in there. They're just chewy and I don't like them. So I chopped up the first head here. Not enough room for the second head, so I'll do that quickly once I put that first head in. And here's the garlic. See, it's sauteing nicely. It's kind of like on low, medium, the burner. And you do want to watch it. You want to be careful. You don't want to cook it too fast. Like I said before, it'll get too brown and it gets hard. And we don't want the garlic hard and overcooked. Okay, so this garlic is looking pretty good. I'm gonna try and show you close up. Kind of hard to see, but it's nicely cooked. It's just starting to get brown, if you could see there, in some spots. Nice and soft, and it's ready to go. So I'm gonna get that first bunch of broccoli rabe and put her on in. along with the oil, the water from washing the broccoli rabe, it's still on the leaves, and it'll help to saute and soften the broccoli rabe along with the oil. You'll see once I get it all coated with the oil, I cover it, and it cooks down very nicely. Okay, so once I stir that in so that the garlic doesn't brown, I'm going to quickly cut the other head, and then you'll see put that one right back in. I didn't show me cutting the other head, but I'm doing it right now. And once you put the broccoli rabe in with the water that's on the leaves, it kind of slows down the cooking process of the garlic so it doesn't burn. So it's okay to leave it like this while I'm chopping up that head. And here we go. And you'll see it cooks down a lot to these two big heads. It kind of shrinks down, and it's just enough. We had enough for my husband and I for dinner, and then I took it to lunch to work the next day. I had to go into the office the next day, so I packed it up and brought it, and it was delicious. Left over, just as good. So I just, again, I give this a good stir to coat all the leaves with the oil. I do add just a little bit more oil, olive oil, as you'll see, before I cover it. And then I cover it to let it kind of steam so it shrinks down and gets nice and soft. There you go. Again, you just want all those leaves nicely coated with that olive oil. And of course the garlic mixed through, stirred through. A little more salt to the leaves, to the actual leaves. Stir her up, and then I'm going to give her, I'm going to cover her. Okay, in that quick amount of time, look at that. It's already cooked down a lot, and it'll do so even more. But that was just a minute or two, and it's cooking nicely. You see, it gets that bright, shiny green color. They're so good. If you've never tried broccoli rabe, definitely do it at least once in your life. It's not for everybody, but I do suggest trying it. It's delicious. Okay, so now that that's cooking away on its own, doing its thing, I'm just going to quickly clean up what I got going on here, kind of clean as I go. So after my husband and I eat, I only have those dishes to deal with. Okay, there we go. Nicely cooked down, bright green, so delicious. So those are looking done. Now I'm going to take a look at the sausages. The sausages, I do like nicely browned on every little side, so I kind of play around and work on that for a sec. See how some of the sides are just not completely browned. Sometimes if you just stir them in the pan, they get browned. Okay, so everything's done, and this is what we serve it with. The fresh mozzarella, thin sliced, and the balsamic glaze. I'll plate it up and show you. There we have it. Delicious. Ah, one of my favorite meals. So good. Give it a try. Okay, more dishes. But my husband and I ate. Absolutely delicious. We enjoyed. My husband and I eat together pretty much every night. We did that as a family with my children as well. I made it a point. It's very important to me to do that. So now that my daughter just moved out and my boys had already moved out, just my husband and I, and it's a nice little chance to catch up with one another, go over the day's activities, what we each did, and the plan for the evening and the next day. Okay, just gonna clean up now.